Hello all, welcome back to CyberCreed. Today in this video, we will be taking a look at one of the most popular ongoing AI, that is ChatGPT, and we will be seeing how we can use as a programmer to make money out of it. So if you are someone who is just starting into the programming journey, or if you have some knowledge about the programming, you are also going to benefit out of it. So please make sure to watch this video till the very end to get most out of it. So with that said, let's start this video. So if you are not someone who is living under the rocks, you must have heard about this wonderful AI known as this ChatGPT that is published by OpenAI, and it is trained on millions of parameter, or I could say billions of parameter to be more accurate. And this year they are going to be releasing the future version, that is GPT-4, that is going to be trained on trillions of parameters. So you can just think how much more powerful it is going to be in future. But that we are going to see in future, but for till now it is working amazing, and many of the researchers are amazed with this. So this is the chat gpt. You can just go to this website and read about it, that how it is trained and how it is worked, and all about the limitations and stuff. But today here we are not to discuss how we can build something like ChatGPT. That is going to be the topic of entirely different video, or I don't think we can make something as perfect as this, because it is trained on very large data set. But let's just try to focus on the things that can be done. So if you want to open this AI and start chatting with it, you can just go to this chat.openai/chat, and you can start chatting. So here you can see it is giving some of the examples, its capabilities as well as its limitation, because whenever something is launched, it has some limitation, and every technology has its limitation, and thus we create different technologies to tackle those limitations. So how we are going to earn money using this AI? So if you know, you can ask this AI to write any type of code, and it is going to give the code snippet to you. So if you are someone who is just a beginner, it is going to be very useful. So there is multiple of websites that where you can do open source project. You can do free freelance project, as well as you can create your API and sell them. So here if you search buy and sell APIs, here you are going to see the list of websites where you can buy and sell the websites. So here people can simply come, build APIs and sell it, and you can also create API using the fast API, and then you can try to sell it on those websites. So what will be the first step? To identify the type of API that are basically easy to create and many people use it. It can be something like I was trying today to download YouTube videos. You can just put the URL and you can just download the YouTube videos, or you can just put the YouTube link and ask the AI to simply convert it into MP3 and stuff like that. So you can think of any idea, and this is going to do it. So let me show it how wonderful it's by just writing one of the command here. So if you can write the code in Flask API to convert YouTube video into, sorry for my spelling mistakes, into MP3, and then return the downloadable link as a response. So even though I have made some spelling mistakes, unlike the old AI, it will understand what actually I was trying to say to it, and it will respond accordingly. So here I have just sent the response, and now the AI is going to write the code for us. So here you see. And also make sure to be specific, like what user will provide and what user wants to get. As here I have provided that we are going to get here we are simply going to provide a URL of any YouTube video, and what we need is the link of that particular audio file. By clicking on that, the user can simply download it. So here you can see, if you have the basic knowledge of the Flask API, or if you have never studied, you are not going to be having any idea, but it is always good to study a little bit, and you can then start experimenting with this. So what it is doing, firstly, it have initialized the Flask app, and it will also give you the explanation, but for the timing I am just simply explaining it to you. And it will simply ask, it will simply create a route slash convert that will accept the post request. Why post? Because here we are sending the URL. You can also make it as get, and you can take it in take the URL in the query parameter. That is also going to work pretty well. But or if you have some basic idea of programming, you can make modification to this code as well. So here it have defined what is the requirement of it, and using the YouTube DL library, which is one of the most popular library for doing any stuff from the YouTube, even like counting the subscriber count, downloading the YouTube videos in multiple format, and many much more things that we can do from YouTube. And then what it is doing, it is getting the URL, it is then downloading it, and then it is basically what it is basically doing is, it is simply saving the file and then returning the downloaded file on your disk as a response, and it is also returning the response code 200. So you can also write, so here you will, here it have also provided, you will have to change HTTP your server URL with the converted URL where your MP3 file will be hosted or accessible. So let's suppose you are hosting it on your local system, so it will be just your URL, localhost URL, something like this, slash the name of the file that you have. And also you need to make sure of this different things that it have installed. So it provides a very good explanation of everything you need to do. Also you can ask it to add what you can say, API key access, so that you can limit it by user, and many more stuffs like that. But for this quick demo purpose, what I'm going to do, which I have already searched for it, here is how you can simply so here also you need to pay attention. So if you say like Flask API to convert any text to QR code, it will display something like step by step. So I basically stopped it in the middle of it generating the response. But once you specify write a code, then here you see it is simply going to write a beautiful code for it. Here you can see, and also you can make the modification, because this AI remembers what you were trying to say. Like if you want to make the support of returning the downloadable links, or if you just simply want to display it to the user and things like that. So what you can do, we can simply copy the code from here, and if you can copy the code from here, and I am simply using this PyCharm library. I think my code is already running on my local host. Yes, so let me just simply close it. And here what you can see, here if you just simply delete the code, paste it and save it, and also make sure to install the required library. So if you are basically using Python, you can simply know how to install QR code. You can say pip install QR code, and this library will be installed with no problems. And here we are using this byte.io just for input output operation, as well as saving our files. So once this is saved, the first thing that you need to do is to check if this code is running properly on our local machine, because AIs are not perfect. They are not 100% accurate. So they will make error sometime, and you have to fix it. That is why little bit of programming skills is required when if you are doing this completely dependent on AI. So if we write Python, sorry. So here, if we go to this URL, it is simply saying not found. And why is that? Just because there is no route for just slash. So we have to go to this convert, and here it is a post request. So we will not be able to make post request using our browser. So we need Postman. So what I have done, instead of request .form.text, what I will simply do, I will simply change this to request args.get text, so that we can simply pass it inside URL. So it will make things much more easier. The other programs is basically the same. So let me just simply save it, and let's move to our postman. Where is our postman? Let me check. So here is our postman. So if we paste, okay, I think, sorry, this is the URL. And now here we have to here we see this is slash convert. So here we can pass convert, and then, sorry, not here we have to pass the text parameter. So if it is something like this, we need to pass text parameter. The key is going to be text. We just simply need to remove this, and text we can pass anything like hello world. And here it is sending 4 or 5, method not allowed, because we need to make a post request. So here if we put the send, the request is sent. So if you can put your phone up, and if you scan this QR code, you are simply going to see hello world written on your phone or anything that you are scanning with. So we have tested it, it is working pretty fine. So this can also be one of the API that people need, an API where user can simply pass the text, and you can provide them with the QR code. And these are many use cases. You can write or pass a long text. It can be of also URL, because URLs are also nothing but text. So if you write like anything, coinmarketcap.com. So here it is coinmarketcap.com. We can also pass this as a URL. So if we go to our postman, and instead of this hello world, we pass this as a text and send it. So here is this QR code, and let me just prove it working or not by scanning with my phone. So let me just scan this QR code using this phone that I have. So let me just open the camera, and if I simply scan this QR code, so here on iPhone, here if you can see, it is simply saying QR code.io, and if I click open on link, I think it is on focus. So if we click on open link, copy link, or sorry, we can also click on open link, and it will open up the website coinmarketcap.io, and here you can see the same website that we have here and here. So both of them are pretty much similar, so we can say that it is working fine. So with that said, after testing it on our local system, what we have to do is to host it somewhere. So previously there used to be a website named as Heroku, where you would simply host your file or Python programs for free. But now that is not the case. It is not providing free access to anyone any longer. At people misuse it just to use free, and they never paid it. So what you can do, you can simply go to this website known as Python Anywhere, which allows 3 months of free access. So if you are selling your APIs, you have created multiple APIs, some for creating download YouTube videos, something like this, that provides this type of information just by asking the Flask API. So here like I have asked it, so here it have provided the code for the same. And also you can do something like download a LinkedIn video, write the Python, write a Flask API to create something of to download LinkedIn videos. So you can think of anything, and OpenAI is going to write an API for you, and then you have to host it somewhere, and then you have to sell that service. It can be also a monthly service, so you can have the recurring customer bills every month. Some money is coming to your account. So, but first you need to go to this website known as Python Anywhere. And if you have signed up to this website, you will see this all web app. So here I already have one of the account named Contact Read, but if you don't have it, you can just click here something option like create web app options will be shown, and then it will simply create this domain for you. So if your username is, let's suppose, cybercreed, it will create cybercreed.pythonanywhere.com, something like that. So here just for testing purposes, I have already created this website, but I will simply click on delete conda python anywhere, and it will simply be deleted. and you will see something like you have no web app. So then you need to click on add a new web app and click on next. So here we are using Flask, so we click Flask Python version. It can be anything. You can just name your app anything. This is just the name that is going to be saved in the directory of Python anywhere. Then click on next. And then it will simply write a basic Flask app just to test and let you know that everything is working fine. So if you click on open on new tab, so here you see hello from Flask. And then the next step is going to be going to this code, the source code, going to this my site, go to this directory, and here you can see this is the very simple version of the Flask app that they have written. But what you need to do is now replace this code with your code. So how this is going to work? So here in our code, the first thing that you need to make sure is to remove this debug is equal to true. Remove this debug equal to true. Just close it because we need to just restart and make sure before pasting the code everything is working as expected or not. So debugger mode is off, and we don't use debugger mode if we are deploying it on the cloud. That is very, very important information to remember. So if we now test the same, okay, the QR code is same, so which means it is basically working fine. Now what we need to do, we need to simply open up our code, simply copy the code, simply copy it, just copy, and go to here, go here and simply paste it. And then what we need to do, we need to click on save. And once it is saved, it is not ready yet. You need to go back to here. You can either click on go back, or this is one of the shortcut method to do so. And then you click reload conda python anywhere, because the code is deleted but the existing code was already running. So what is going to happen if we just simply refresh this website? Hello from Flask is still present because the code is deleted, but the already written code is in execution. So you need to reload it. So you clicked on reload, and now it is simply going to stop that code and then simply start this code again. So here now it is working because this just the slash is not present, so we need to check it on our local system. So we will go back to our Postman, and instead of our local environment we will simply replace with our conda python anywhere, and this shape is something like this. These two dots are present here, and also one slash is missing. If we click on the website, okay, we are getting the same QR code. And if we just simply write anything like, okay, we can write here and send the request, this QR code could change. Okay, you saw that this QR code have now changed. So now this API is ready, and now you can share this API to anyone or anywhere on the internet, and they are ready to use it. But now here we are to make money. So I will recommend one of my favorite website, that is Rapid API. So this is one of the website where users comes and sell the API. So here you can just simply get started for free. I have already logged in using my GitHub credentials, so I hopefully think we will be here. So here are the public API. You can share the public API as well. You can create the private APIs as well. So here you can see here the list of APIs that the people are simply selling, like API for football, it's for COVID virus. So you can get the idea from here, and you can also start to write the code and sell it at the cheaper rate. And once you see you are getting enough money from it, what you can do, you can simply pay Python anywhere, and they will increase your scalability. And or either you can just simply put your code on any cloud service, so that you can exponentially increase your earning as well as increase your traffic to your website. So what you can do, you can go here, you can go to my APIs, and here you can click on add an API project. You can just write the name of the project, like here text to QR anything like that description. So I think the description is pretty much self-explanatory. Select the category. It can be used in multiple of things. So just for this, I am just selecting advertising. It is personal. You can create a click on anything, but do not. I will just simply click on do not import, and there are multiple things that you need to do, and then we will be all set up to sell your APIs on this website. But I would recommend to go just simply search on Google, sell your APIs. Just find the list of website, multiple of them, because who knows from which website you are going to get your first sale. So list your APIs on those website, and as soon as you make someone make the purchase, you are simply going to earn money out of it. And this is one of the way, like this is the only one of the way that you are going to earn money from open API, and there are lots and lots of way that you can use to make money out of it. So if you are liking this video, I will try to create another video of another way of earning income from this wonderful API known as this open API, using the ChatGPT. And that is it for this video, and I hope you have learned something new from this video. Instead of just knowing how ChatGPT is and how amazing it is, you are now going to be able to make some bucks out of it. So with that said, let's end this video, and I will meet you in the next one.